Hey guys, Justin here with some weekend pickups and an absolutely outrageous garage sale haul that Ryan and I got on Saturday. This is like Bithead 1000 caliber right here. Absolutely ridiculous. But let me start out with what we got on Friday. Ryan and I did wake up early on Friday and hit up the garage sales. There was only like 5 of them in our town, I think, and we found absolutely nothing at the garage sales. So we were pretty disappointed, but on the way back to Ryan's house, we stopped at the local St. Vincent de Paul thrift store, and we walked over to where they keep the games, and I was very excited and very happy to find a copy of The Legend of Dragoon for the PS1. This is like a $15 or $20 RPG, and I've actually been actively seeking this game out on eBay because I do own a copy of it already. It is actually a factory sealed copy of it that I own, but it is the Greatest Hits edition, and I don't collect Greatest Hits games. So I've just kind of been hanging on to it. I kind of wanted to play the game though, so what my plan was to sell my sealed Greatest Hits copy and pick up a complete Black Label copy of the game and maybe make a little bit of money in the process. But very happy to find this, especially for $1.44. Again, with the weird thrift store prices, I don't know where they get that number from, but it was actually cheaper than that because it was a 20% off day, student discount day. So for $1 and some change, I got a complete copy of The Legend of Dragoon for the PS1. It is complete inside of here, but unfortunately the case is shot. It's cracked up here in the corners. It's off the hinges, as you can see, but all 4 discs are in here in good condition, and here's the manual right here. So I'll see if I can find a new case for it. It's kind of hard to find these though. I mean, the dual cases are pretty common, but they make these for 1-disc games, 2-disc games, 3-disc, 4-disc games. So you got to find one with 4 CD holders that looks the same as this. So I don't know. Hopefully I can find an extra case for it. But regardless, very happy to finally find this. Worked out great for me. I actually sold my factory sealed Greatest Hits copy for $45. So made quite a bit of money and picked up a complete Black Label version that I can play now. And they also had a couple Sega Genesis games there, which is a rare occurrence for this particular thrift store. I got Space Harrier 2, and it is complete inside of here. Now, I do not know what this game is, but judging from the back, it looks exactly like 3D World Runner for the NES. And I don't know if they're supposed to be like the same game or whatever, but I'm going to have to stick this in my system and try it out to see how similar they actually are. But this was also $1.44 minus the 20% discount, so $1 and some change. And I also got, I don't even know how to pronounce this, Bimini Run, or Bi-Mini Run. It looks like some kind of boat racing game or something. It is complete inside of here as well. I actually thought this game might be rare when I first saw it, just because of the case. I mean, I've never seen a Genesis case that looked like this. But it turns out it's not worth that much more than an average Genesis game. But it's one to add to the collection for just over $1. So happy with that. And then finally they had a couple Atari 5200 games, which is kind of random, I guess. But I did pick up quite a few 5200 games from them not too long ago. And I got this one here. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's QIX. So Kix maybe or Quix. I don't know. There's no U, so I don't think it's Quix, but I own this game for the original Game Boy as well, and I think they made it on the NES as well. I don't have that one yet, but I'll have to see what this game is all about. And then Real Sports Soccer. And, just a game I didn't have for, just over $1. I picked both those up, so happy to find those. And that was all I got from the thrift store, and all we got on Friday, actually. But Saturday was the day. So Dave had crashed at my place the night before. We woke up at 7 a.m. off literally 3 hours of sleep. I think we got to sleep around 4 a.m. the night before. So 3 hours of sleep. Dave took off towards his house. He lives like 10 minutes out of town. And there was a bunch of garage sales out by where he lived too. So he took off that way. He was going to hit up those, and I was going to stay in town and hit up the ones here. So I picked Ryan up, and the first garage sale we were going to go to was on Cherry Street. There's a place on the corner of Cherry Street. And so we drove over to Cherry Street, and we turned the corner, and all the way up the street, on both sides of the street, there was just cars parked all the way as far as you can see. And we were like, what is going on here? It turns out it was like some 13th annual like 19 family garage sale thing. Like every house in the neighborhood was having a garage sale. It was absolutely ridiculous. There's so many cars there. And luckily we had gotten there, just after they had opened, so we were one of the first people there. You know, there was tons of people there, obviously, but we walk up to the first garage sale, and the first thing I see on the table is a copy of Cool Borders 3 for the PS1. It was complete black label, and it was only 75 cents, but I already have the game, Ryan already has the game, so, you know, maybe I should have bought it, I don't know. But I looked around a little more, get to the end of the table, and I looked down, and my jaw just dropped. I was like, Ryan, get over here. There was an absolutely huge box full of NES stuff, and we just could not believe it. Honestly, we saw 3 games on the top of the box. We saw the top of the system, and that was it. And we picked it up, and we had it in our hands, and we knew we were going to get it. Didn't even look what was the rest of what was in here. So we had this in our hands. We looked around a little bit more, found some more stuff actually, which I'll show in a second. But we took this up to the lady, and it had the $20 price sticker. I don't know if you can see that there. So 20 bucks for the whole box. And I asked if that was negotiable at all, and she kind of looked at me and she was like, you know, it's really not, because we could sell it for a lot more on eBay. And I was like, you know what? If they look this all up on eBay and are still willing to sell this whole box for $20, I'm not going to complain, because that is an absolutely phenomenal deal. So excited about this. Like I said, we didn't even look what was in it, but we knew $20 was an awesome deal just based on what we saw. So I'll go ahead and show what's in here. Here's the system here. It's a little yellow on the back here, as you can probably see, but there's no chips in the shell or anything. It's just got some dirt on it. So I should be able to clean this up pretty nice. I did stick a game in here, and the pins feel not, you know, brand new or whatever, but they feel like they should work just fine. So it's in, you know, decent condition, I'd say. And then it came with the original power cord and the original coaxial here. Also came with 2 zapper guns. I don't know why there's 2 of them. Maybe this was like a compilation of 2 different people's like NES collections. I don't know. Unless they have like Chiller in here or some. I don't know why they would need 2 zapper guns, but got those 2, and then 4 first-party, you know, controllers. Like I said, I don't know why there's 4 of them, but I'm not going to complain. So a couple extra controllers there, and then just like a boatload of games here. So I'll go through these quick. We got Tetris, Capcom game here, Legendary Wings. I already have this game, but I don't think Ryan does, so I think he's pretty excited to add this one to his collection. It looks like a pretty cool game too. I've just never played it, I don't think. A copy of Rambo here, which I already own a copy of, and I just picked one up for Ryan when I was in Appleton, so this is an extra. Ninja Gaiden, the first one. Renegade. Super Mario Bros. 3. Very cool game to have a double of. Circus Caper, another game I already have that will probably be going to Ryan. I don't think this is a very good game though. I think I did play it once and was not too impressed. Another copy of Tetris. So that's what makes me think this might be like a compilation of 2 different people's collections. Here's a cool game though. Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. I already do have this game, and I don't think Ryan does, so this one will be going to him. I think he's pretty happy about that. You gotta have MarioBros.com. Probably one of the better games we got here, Mega Man 3. I think that was one of the games I saw on the top when I looked in the box, so that's why I knew that right away it was already a phenomenal deal if that and a system was in there. So we got Skate or Die, Blades of Steel, the silver label version, Spy Hunter, Pinball, original black box game. It is a 3-screw though. And I don't know how to pronounce this really. Arkista's Ring, I believe. It looks like a very cool game. I do own this game. I don't think I've ever played it though. But I think Ryan is pretty excited about having this one. And then a bunch of these games in plastic cases. we got Rygar. Top of the label is really beat up, but I've already got a 5-screw version of this game in good condition, so I'm not too concerned about it. The Simpsons, Bart vs. the World, which I think one of the, might be the only Simpsons game on the system that I don't have already. So I was excited to see that one in there. And we got Mario Bros. Duck Hunt in an Operation Wolf rental case. So what I think I'm going to do is obviously take this game out of there and put my copy of Operation Wolf in here. I've got a few of these rental cases. I guess they're not that cool, but I keep them anyway. We got another copy of Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. Wizards and Warriors. Tecmo Super Bowl, the best sports game ever made. Excite Bike, another original black box game. And finally, the coolest game we got, Wrecking Crew. Now, like I said, we didn't look at any of these games until we got back to Ryan's house. But right when I picked this game up, I noticed something. The first thing I noticed is obviously it's a 5-screw game. You know, it's Wrecking Crew. It felt a little bit heavy. I was like, So I checked in the pins, and there's a protrusion coming out of the right side of each pin. And so before this video, I actually went ahead and took a screwdriver to the back. I took the screws out, just so I could show you guys that got ourselves another Famicom converter. Very, very cool to find a Famicom converter in a game other than Gyromite. I think this probably was like the second most common game to have a Famicom converter in it, other than maybe like Stack Up. But Stack Up is, you know, a pretty hard game to come by, just the cartridge itself. So this is probably, you know, more common than Stack Up to find a Famicom converter in. But very, very excited about this. I think just because I have the Gyromite with the Famicom converter, I think I might hang on to this copy, and then I have my other copy of Wrecking Crew that I think Ryan is interested in. So very excited about that. It's probably the coolest game that was in there. So, like I said, all of that for $20. Absolutely phenomenal deal. One of the better deals we've ever gotten at a garage sale, if not the best deal. Although what I'm about to show next is a pretty good deal as well, even though it wasn't as much stuff. So anyway, at the same garage sale, get this out of the way. At the same garage sale, after we had that in our hands, we were looking around a little more. I come across this plastic bag, and I couldn't believe it. Got another NES system here. So I don't know what it was with this garage sale and NES stuff, but we got another system here. And so I was thinking, first of all, I was like, well, you know, maybe that had something to do with why there was, you know, 4 controllers and 2 guns and everything. But this also came with 2 controllers, original first-party controllers, and a gun, and Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. So was this like the 4th copy we got from that same garage sale? And a copy of Zelda, gold cart copy, and both adapters here. Here's the coaxial and the AC adapter. It's got this tape on it. I don't know if that's completely necessary. It looks like it's coming apart a little bit. It feels a little loose, so I don't know if this is going to work or not, or if the tape is even necessary, but I guess we'll find out. Regardless, I'm not complaining, because everything in that plastic bag, as you might be able to see here, was $2. $2 for the system, the controllers, gun, adapters, Mario Bros. Duck Hunt, and Zelda. Like, why $2? I don't even get it. I mean, they obviously didn't know what it was, because it says $2 duck hunting game. So maybe they just thought it was like, you know, a common just like duck hunting. I don't know. But $2 for all that, absolutely ridiculous. And that was all from one sale. I'll set this down here. Also from that sale, I got this Game Boy Advance carrying case, which was pretty much free because I got her to throw it in with that first NES box for free. It didn't even have a price sticker on it, so she probably was just like, screw it. So she just gave that to me, which was cool. I don't even have a Game Boy Advance, like the actual Advance system, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but it's still pretty cool. I also got a Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 3D Blu-ray for $2. I thought that was a pretty good deal. I know it's worth more than $2, so I picked that up too. But yeah, all that from one garage sale. Absolutely phenomenal deal. The only problem was we weren't expecting to find anything at the garage sales. We never have that much luck. So we didn't have that much money with us. Luckily, we had enough to pay for that. I had like a 20, Ryan had like $7. I had like a 20 and some odd change. So we had enough to pay for everything. But after that, we were running very, very low on cash. And, you know, we were well away from the nearest bank, ATM. So we were just like, okay, well, we're not going to leave to go to the bank. We'll just go, and if we find something, we'll just have like Ryan stay there with it, and I'll go to the bank and come back or something. But anyway, the next sale we went to didn't have any video games, but I still found something that is going to be very useful to me. First of all, I'll show this. It's a VHS player. And you're probably thinking, why the hell would you buy a VHS player? Well, the only reason I bought this is because it was bundled with this, which is a AV switcher, which is very cool. I actually needed another one of these. I picked one up not too long ago from the St. Vincent de Paul, and I have 3 of the exact same AV switchers, which is very cool. Consistency is good. And my other one that I had, my cheapo one, just broke. Like the switcher knob on it literally fell off. It's a piece of junk. Not even worth fixing it. I don't even care about it. So I needed another one of these, and I'll finally be able to hook up all my systems down here in my new room. So very cool to have that. The only reason I got this with it is because it was all bundled together for $1. You know, the VHS player, the power cord, some of these cables here, and this for $1. And I was very tempted to just say, you know, I'll just give you $1 for this because this is all I really want, and you can maybe sell that for another $1 or something. I don't know, but I was like, whatever, I'll just take it. I don't have time to be, you know, negotiating. There was, you know, people starting to show up, and we had to get to these garage sales. If it means anything, it is a Gold Star VHS player. They make a model of the 3DO or something. Yeah, I don't know if that means anything, but regardless, for $1, we got all that. I probably should have just taken this though, because I had to walk around at the rest of the garage sales with that bulky VHS player in my hands, and you know, it was hot out, and we kept getting weird looks from people at the garage sales because every time I just walk away without buying something from a garage sale, I had that in my hands. They thought I was like stealing it or something. I don't know. But anyway, so we're walking around a little more. Come up to this garage sale, and we're looking around. I didn't see anything video game related. I turn around, and Ryan is standing there with a smirk on his face and this box in his hands, and I was like, I knew what it was right when I saw it, but I couldn't really, like, I don't know if I just couldn't believe that he actually found this or what, but check this out. It's the limited edition Star Wars Episode 1 Racer N64 bundle in the box. So he's just standing there with this, and I just start laughing because, you know what I mean, we had already found all that great stuff, and this was just like, what? So yeah, we ended up getting this. I'll open it up real quick and show what's in it. I've seen these before, like on eBay and stuff, but it turns out there's actually, like, the only thing really limited edition about this is the actual box. I mean, it's just it's literally just a black N64 system, but it was bundled with this Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. So I guess this in the box are really like the only thing that are limited edition. This isn't even like a, you know, like a not for resale copy of the game or anything. It's just a normal copy of the game. So I'm not really sure why they did that, but yeah, it's got the first party controller here. Really, like, brand new joystick. I think this whole thing is probably brand new. There's a memory card in here, a first party memory card, and both the adapters are in here. And what was very cool is it had the expansion pack in it, and it even came with the original jumper pack here, still in the box. So that was very cool. And so you got the manual for Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. And also in the box was 2 more games. It was kind of like making the box bulge out a little bit because they're not supposed to be in here. But Star Wars Rogue Squadron. It is the player's choice version, which is kind of a buzzkill. I guess it's not as big of a deal on like N64 cartridges. You don't have like a big yellow strip on the top of the game case or anything that says player's choice. But that was in there. And then Quake 2, very cool. I'm still looking out for Quake 1. I have the box and manual for it, but I don't have the game. So we got Quake 2 with the manual. So that was awesome. And then also in there were 2 newbie, like third-party memory cards. Probably a piece of junk, but whatever. Free memory cards. And Disney Space Buddies 5-song CD sampler disc. Something tells me this was not supposed to be in there, but we got a free CD. So got that. It had a $10 price sticker on it. Obviously, great deal. But to be honest, I don't even think we had $10 on us at the time. After spending it like all that other stuff, we didn't even have $10 on the time. I asked her if the price was firm, and the lady said, "Oh, well, what do you want to pay me for it?" And I said, $7. And we pooled our money together, and I think we had $7. We might have had just a little bit more than that. I think we had a little bit more than that when we. So $7. Awesome deal. That's all I can really say about that. I'm gonna set this over here. Like I said, here's one last look at the box here. There's the back of it. Very, very cool to find this. So that was all we found at the the big Cherry Street festivities, if you will. But we had some other sales to hit up, so we went to those. It wasn't really finding much. And we drove back towards kind of where I live, and there was like a garage sale going on. It wasn't really a garage sale. It was just like a sale. It was like kind of like a fundraiser sale for some club. I don't know exactly what they do, what they're involved in, but it was some like Alamo club or something like that. And it was kind of like in a secluded like building house thing off the highway a little bit. But we walked in there, and at first it was kind of like there was like some hunting stuff, and it all kind of just looked like junk, to be honest. But we walked over to where they had some like CDs and stuff, and I found a copy of The Biggest Loser for the Wii, and it was the Biggest Loser for the Wii. It's like nothing had prices on it, so I guess it was all just like make an offer. I was gonna see if I could get it for like $2 or something. So I had that in my hands, and I turn around. Once again, Ryan just has this smirk on his face, and he pulls out this box from like under the table, and it's just like it's like a diaper box, and it had a bunch of Sega Genesis stuff in it. So, like I said, nothing had like prices on it or anything, so we just started looking through it. We got a Model 2 system with the name Watson written on it about 90 times. Luckily it's in black marker, so you can't really see it that much. But it had that, and it had 2 first-party controllers. One of them rattles a little bit. I don't know how well they're going to work. Didn't have the adapters for it. So just that. And it had a bunch of loose cartridge games. We got Vector Man, which is kind of weird because it's a Mega Hit Series. I don't think I've ever seen a Genesis game. I don't even know what Mega Hit Series was. Like I don't even know that existed on the Genesis. But yeah, Mega Hit Series apparently. It was the Mega Hit. Mortal Kombat 2 with a Play and Trade sticker on the back of it. I wonder if this is from our local Play and Trade that went out of business. $9.99 someone paid for this loose cartridge. Championship Pool. NHL 94. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Super Street Fighter 2. Eternal Champions. Maximum Carnage. Of course, Sonic 2, once again with Watson written on it. Mortal Kombat 1. Sonic Spinball. Watson. And Caesar's Palace. So, obviously, we didn't have very much money, if any, on us. I think I had absolutely nothing in my wallet. I had $0. I think Ryan had 3 ones on him. And so I walked up to the guy who's running the thing, and I had the Biggest Loser for the Wii and that whole box of Sega stuff. And I was like, how much for this? And he's like, oh, just make an offer. So I was like, how about $5 for everything? And he kind of looked at it and he was like, yeah, that'll work. So I ran onto my Jeep. I found some quarters on the floor, and we had enough to pay the $5. I found $2 in quarters. So we got that for $5. You know, I'm not a huge loose cart Genesis guy, as everyone probably knows, but Ryan needed an extra controller for his system, and he doesn't care as much about the loose cart stuff. So I think this will probably be all his, and for $5, I mean, that's a pretty good deal, especially for all the games, even though they are loose cart. But anyway, I believe that wraps up the garage sale haul. I think we hit up a few more sales, but didn't find anything. But, I mean, absolutely phenomenal. Best luck, by far, we've ever had. We're excited to go out next weekend, although we'll probably just be disappointed because I don't think we're ever going to find a haul that great ever again. All from like 3 houses on the same street, most of that stuff, minus the Genesis stuff, you know. Absolutely ridiculous. It was a good day. It was a good day, and the price we got everything for was absolutely amazing. So, anyway, like I said, we're excited to go out next weekend. Maybe you'll see a pickup video of that too if we find some good stuff. So, thanks for sticking around and watching, guys, and take care.